Hello and welcome to the Strategic Bookkeeper podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to drop in a really quick one. And as we are currently in the season where we open the doors to our program, okay? So as I record this and ask my team to drop it in, we'll close the doors to our program on the 23rd of October, 2024. So it's only a couple of weeks to join. And it's during this season that I am very happy to share anything that's useful about the program. Now, in this case, a bookkeeper who joined in my training, my workshop that I ran this morning, okay, that was the Small But Mighty Blueprint, has sent me an email. So he's going to join our program. He's located in Canada, like many of our tribe members are, and he's going to join our program. But he had a really good question further to what I shared in the Small But Mighty Blueprint, because what I shared in the Small But Mighty Blueprint was how to build a small but mighty practice, right, with you plus two that gives you $200,000 take-home income and tons of time wealth. So that would see you working in the business, say, 20 hours a week. You can absolutely get to where I am, where I only work in my bookkeeping practice a couple of hours a week. But this modeling, we need to go step by step, right? So you're either going to need to renovate the practice you're in, like one of our bookkeepers who's got 10 staff and she's going to work for the next year to double her gross profit and her net profit, or you need to build up, just like some of our members that go from near zero to building that six-figure income in 12 months. And then after that, they use our blueprints to recruit a team member and to build that small but mighty practice. So usually the income comes first, okay? And then we want to pull out the time wealth by using the Small But Mighty Blueprint, okay? So this wonderful bookkeeper has asked me a couple of questions, and one is relevant to bookkeeping training. So our blueprint is to hire a fully qualified, experienced, skilled bookkeeper, possibly better than you. And I answer this in the podcast that you're going to hear in a minute, okay? This bookkeeper has also asked me, do we recommend a fully automated data gathering system? Yes, absolutely, we do. Okay, so you're going to hear about that as well. He has asked me about what kind of review we do when we have bookkeepers hired. So I give a really small but impactful piece of information on that. And he said, I'm just curious too about how this process works. And so what I've done is I've also explained just a bit more on how we support you with the education and the assets. Okay, so you get the done for you standard operating procedures inside the program, and then we help you implement all of that. So that's what I explain in here as well. So I do hope that this episode answers any questions you've got that are similar to what I've been asked in this email. And please know that you can always email me. And I really hope to see you inside our program. The doors open for this one last time in 2024. I'm Jeannie Savage, the Strategic Bookkeeper. I've been in practice for 14 years, but more importantly, 5 years in, I achieved a lifestyle practice. This means I scaled my business, could take my hands off the wheel, and draw a nice six-figure income while being time rich. And that's what I call my dream on my terms. I was recently awarded Women in Finance Innovator of the Year, recognizing my book, my podcast, my program, and my impact globally. The Strategic Bookkeeper is my life's work, and the opportunity to help bookkeepers globally achieve the income and lifestyle that sets them free absolutely fills my cup. Please do connect with me on socials at the Strategic Bookkeepers Way private Facebook group, or shoot me an email, hello@thestrategicbookkeeper.global. So let me try and explain the flow of this as best I can, exactly how our bookkeepers in Canada are doing it, how we're doing it here in Australia. So basically, in terms of automated data gathering, absolutely, in today's landscape, that's what we want you to do. So you might be using QuickBooks Online. In Australia, Xero is very popular. It doesn't matter, to be honest. Software is software. The way we do bookkeeping is always the same, right? So we recommend the Dext suite of software. So Dext Prepare, Dext Precision. So Dext Prepare, which is compulsory for our clients to use, unless they're doing the DIY and we're just doing the compliance. But generally they use it anyway. Anyway, long story short, I won't work with any client who doesn't use Dex Prepare. We do things my way or the highway. That's proper leadership. And I do actually have a podcast called Know Your Terms, Back Yourself, and then Value the Heck Out of Your VIPs, which you can search for in the podcast list. Now, so basically, if you imagine that you're using QuickBooks Online, for example, and you've got the banks feeding in, that means that you're getting the bank data. However, we don't like to code from that actually for cyber safety and that kind of thing. So we connect Dex Prepare to the software. So that means that the client's interface is just to submit all their bills and receipts, either using the phone app or using the email address. So they go into a nice portal. We use automation to generally, unless we've got job costing, automate 80% of those bills to just flow through to the software anyway. These days, our staff handles friction. Okay, so friction is a very special podcast interruption. Listen up, my friends. The doors to the transformation program are open. That's right. You can go to the strategicbookkeeper.global/TSB and join up right now. But here's the thing. This is the last time we are opening the doors in 2024. Okay, so this is the last call and they are closing on October 23. Now, if you've got any questions, you can send me an email to hello@thestrategicbookkeeper.global. To the bookkeepers who are backing themselves and going for it, I'll see you inside the program. Friction is the best way to describe what automation doesn't handle. We now do have robotics. We'll be bringing those to the market soon to help with more of the friction, but it doesn't replace the need for a team member, okay? So basically, yes, your team member can then see the source documentation as well as the accounting file, which is doing the matching, and then do all the other double entry accounting. Now, the other thing is with our blueprint and everything that I've learned over 15 years, please never, ever hire anything but a fully fledged, fully qualified, experienced, absolute killer bookkeeper. Okay, so it is a mistake to hire anyone that you've got to train or anything like that. So our blueprint that is working brilliantly all over the world is to hire an all-rounder who is either as good or better than you oftentimes with the bookkeeping, and they're going to be able to hit the ground running. They do not require training. They just require leadership and management, okay, which we have an entire system for that inside the program. So in terms of reviews, I'll explain how we do it and how the bookkeepers who are having the most success work. So as bookkeepers, we tend to be very detail-orientated people, and that's natural and necessary in our job. What you'll find when you're doing reviews is that we want to set up that amazing bookkeeping all-rounder that really they don't need a lot of reviewing, but certainly a little bit of reviewing and just supporting them by being that leader, being the manager. But you'd be surprised what they can do capably. But what they can do capably is really down to you being that leader and manager, which we help you. So now inside the program, I want you to think of us as splitting up front end brand marketing and selling. So that's the win the work side of your business. And then on the other side, you've got back end business administration and work delivery. So really general admin, marketing admin, practice administration, and delivery of work, okay, promises kept and so on, okay? So right now we're talking about the do the work section, okay, the back-end business administration. So inside the program you get the education and the assets. So we give you done for you standard operating procedures inside the academy. You can go in and grab everything across practice administration and work delivery. And then the implementation side of that is where my right hand, Jo McMahon, she handles all of that, so that on a fortnightly basis, you've actually got the opportunity to go into coaching calls with her for 90 minutes, prior to those coaching calls in the fortnight before. You've got access to her in the private Facebook group. I know that tribe members also kind of reach out to her to ask her questions. Ultimately, you can hashtag and put into that Facebook everything you want to need. She makes sure she registers everything, and it's all covered off in that fortnightly implementer. Okay, so you've got support on a daily basis as well as in the structured implementation session, just to make all the done for you standard operating procedures and how to recruit and manage a winning team work. And just to be clear on recruitment, we give you inside the program everything you need to do it yourself, or we give you the option to have it done for you through the vetted premium partner that we have, that we've noticed that the tribe are raving about now. Now, if you have any questions, I would love to hear them. Please do reach out. Okay, my friend, now it is time to take action. So what are you going to do with what you learned today? The way I see it, you've got two options. You can go it alone to try and save some money, or you can back yourself and go for it and join my tribe. And let me tell you, we are knocking it out of the ballpark. That's not a sales pitch. That is me serving you, dare I say, courageously. To find success, I 100% know you need the mechanics, which is like the keys to the kingdom, but you also need to get your mindset right and be super productive. And these are all things I help you with inside the program. I could go on about this forever because I really want this for you. Have a prosperous week, and I'll see you in the next episode.